This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. John, wow.
All, mate. You're a good bloke, always got on with you, always been good at your job. And I always said you was the best person who's ever done these interviews. So let's see if you carry on. Let's see if you've kept your level up.
No pressure now.
Yeah, no pressure.
I appreciate your words, John. You guys have always been good to me and given me time as well. 36 seconds. I know Johnny said he expected a grueling 10 rounds. I know most of us didn't believe it would go 10. But 36 seconds? Wow.
It's quite long, really, because when I'm in bed, it only lasts about 26 seconds. So it's...
But longest the fishers last in a while.
Yeah, no comment. No, listen, anyone that knows boxing know we weren't going to go the distance. Johnny was trained for 10 rounds, but you knew, I knew as soon as Johnny landed on his chin, he wouldn't be able to take it. No disrespect to Alen Babic, but, you know, it's a lot of it's all bravado, all the alter ego. And I like Alen as a man. We all like Alen as a man. He's a great bloke. And I hope he carries on boxing. And wish him all the best. But I knew as soon as Johnny landed, because Johnny hits bloody hard, so hard, and when someone's just stood in front of you, it's like a double whammy, you know. So I'm just glad it's over, because it's been a nervous few weeks. It's all over now. We can relax for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I wanted to get a little bit of an insight into where you guys are when, even at the press conference, like you said, yes, it's bravado, but you've got a man saying that he wants to hospitalise your son. You've got a man saying he wants to go in there, have a fight, and both of them come out with their brains like mashed potato. Where's your head at when you're listening to that sort of stuff?
None of that affects me. I've heard a lot of bollocks all my life with people, and the people that talk bollocks don't normally carry it out, and I say that. It's the ones that don't talk you've got to worry about, trust me. And I knew it was just for like trying to sell the fight and trying to put a bit of fear into Johnny, but we're the sort of people, words don't scare us. I've never been scared of words. Johnny's never been scared of words. Never been scared of anything, to be honest. But yeah, when you hear all that, just let it go in one ear and out the other.
I mean, what a performance from Johnny tonight. How does he deal, like when he's around you guys? I'd love to know how Adam, top man, Adam Smith, what a man and what a credit to British boxing. I'd love to know when he's just around you guys on a day-to-day basis, does he think about the potential of fighting in front of 6,000 people? Because for a lot of people, that would be playing consistently on your mind over a 6 or 7 week period.
It don't bother him. He's a level-headed young man. He's my son, but he's a bright, intelligent young man, and it doesn't bother him. It doesn't faze him. The only thing that probably fazes him, he don't want to let anyone down, and that's what plays on his mind. Not the fact that he's in front of that many people. He don't want to let anybody down, but he'll never let anyone down because of the amount of work he puts in. And as we know, boxing is a tough sport. What happened to Alen Babic tonight could happen to Johnny one day, you know, and no one's ever saying it might not. So that's why you've got to enjoy the wins. And I say to Johnny all the time, as a dad, I stay out of his boxing. I stay out of anything to do with boxing. But I say you've got to get as much money as you can while you're earning, because it's a short window, and no one gives a fuck about you. When you lose, no one cares, and that's the truth. Do you know what I mean? You've got to work your way back. You've got to claw your way back, and that goes for any boxers. So while you're on top, everyone wants to know, look at all this. It's all great. It's just because you've won. Everyone wants a piece of you. But he has got a great team around him. He's got good people. And he's got a good family around him, not just us, a bigger family, aunts, uncles, cousins. We all look after each other. And it's a great place. And yeah, listen, it's a great night tonight. We're going to enjoy it. Henry's birthday today, he put that on hold, so we'll enjoy that tomorrow. But it's just great to put a lot of pleasure on people's faces. You know, there's a lot of hard times out there at the minute. So, yeah, I don't want to waffle on too long, but bosh.
No, you're right. Bosh, for starters. There weren't a sad face leaving that building tonight. I know Eddie has said about potential places to fight, Australia, Riyadh. He's mentioned some big names, your Fraser Clarks, Fabio Wardleys. I know you said you stay out of the boxing, but what's a Big John preference? What's a fight that, if you could pick a venue and a fighter, that makes you go, I want that?
Listen, if you know you're fighting Fabio Wardley or Fraser Clark, you know you're fighting for a British title. So, yeah, you take that all day long. But Australia is the one. We love Australia. We've got a massive...
You've got a real connection to Australia, you guys.
Love Australia. We just love it. Johnny's got a big following. I'm thankful I've got a big following. So we'd love to box over there in Sydney or Perth or Newcastle, that is. Love it. Just love Australia. So, yeah, that's the one we want to tick off. Hold up 1 second. Johnny, you go to bat and ball? We go now? Right, I'm coming. Right, I don't want to be left behind a bat and ball.
You ain't going to be left behind, Big John. Appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Oscar, always a pleasure with you, my friend. He's the best, top man. So pleasure to be interviewed by him yet again. Bosh.